Greetings, my fellow eagles and the entire world. This is Eagle Emmanuel Mensah with inspirations and guidance from Eagle Helen Mensah in the unseen world, coming into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. Today is the 30th of May in the year 2024, and the Bible says this is the day the Lord has made. Therefore, I take this opportunity to invite you to join me to give thanks to God for the day that He has granted unto us. And life in general, life is beautiful, life is glorious, life is wonderful. Life is God Himself, flowing through all things, including mankind. Today, I'm going to speak to you on the topic, happiness is from within, but not from without. This is a statement that almost every human being or most people are aware or have heard before. But as a matter of fact, do we really understand what happiness or the statement happiness is from within? Before we go on, let us look at this situation. It is a mathematical fact. It is a universal fact that the only reason why human beings are on earth is to feel good and to be happy. No one was born into this world to be sad. No one was made to be sad. We are created to be happy. And therefore, our natural state of being is happiness, good feeling. But this state of being in the life of mankind has been a kind of illusion. We are always chasing this state of being, which is actually our natural state. So how does this come about? And so today, this is what I'm going to share with you. That happiness, as we see it or we perceive it, or as we have been taught to believe, is not what it is. The source of happiness is not what we've been told. The outer things, the material things that we think when we acquire them, they will make us feel happy, are not the source of happiness. And every one of us, without even going further, taking your own life into consideration and the people around you, you will see that what I'm saying is a universal truth. A man or woman gets up, growing up when they are in the 20s, 30s, then they begin to think that they want to be happy. And the way to be happy is to get married. So a man or woman looks for another man or woman, and they put all their trust in marriage, that as soon as they get married, they will be happy. And lo and behold, they get into marriage, and the marriage becomes a nightmare. This is a fact. In the same way, a man or a woman, a young man, or whatever age you are looking for money. And therefore you say you are looking for a job. This is your dream job. This is your dream career. You work yourself all the way. And as soon as you achieve this particular goal, then all of a sudden, the happiness you are looking for has vanished away from that particular thing. And therefore you see human beings moving from one thing to the other, cringing or holding on to it that it is the source of happiness. But as a matter of fact, as soon as it comes into the person's life, then the happiness vanishes. Now we have what we call cars. Everyone wants to live in a beautiful and a wonderful car. And therefore, a man and a woman use all their time to save to buy a car, with the mind that the car will bring them happiness. But as soon as the car comes in, then it becomes something different. One, the maintenance of the car. And all other things that comes with the car becomes another challenge. So the happiness immediately vanishes. And as a matter of fact, some people have cars that they have parked them that they don't even want to drive them because it is very expensive. And so you see that they are just holding to these things as a source of happiness. But as a matter of fact, in reality, they are not happy. This is with every human being. Happiness is our natural state of being. But it is the same thing that we have never been able to achieve. So why is it so? Okay, so today, for me to be able to explain this to you, let me take you back to what I've been saying all the time. The human being, as you are. You are made of two parts. You existed in the spiritual or energy world long before you decided to come to this earth. You only made a journey to here for you to use whatever thing that is around you to co-create with your parent self called your God or soul. And then as you co-create with God, you bring out positive and wonderful situation in your life. But it is on condition that you will be in alignment with your parent self or God. Now, the nature of God or the nature of your true self, your soul before you came in here, is pure, is holy, as it is in the religious terms. And therefore, this part of you in the non-physical or in the spiritual or energy world thinks. And you, the part of you in the physical world, also thinks. And for you to be able to remain as you came into this world is to think alongside the thought of your parent self. And so happiness becomes automatic reality in our life only when we think and become aligned with God or our true self. And that is the meaning of the statement that happiness is from within. You cannot use things as the source, you cannot take things as the source of your happiness because they cannot. They are changing. Your life experiences are changing all the time. And therefore, one thing cannot hold, or you cannot take one thing as the source of your happiness. It is your today's situation that makes you think that when you get this one, it will bring you happiness. Tomorrow, your situation will change because we are evolving human beings. And so your happiness, the way to acquire happiness, unconditional happiness, is to think in the positive. Is to make it your preoccupation that so long as you are on this earth, the only thing that you have to do is to think and organize your life in such a way that your thinking and the thinking of your true self are one. And any man or woman that is connected to himself, to his inner being, the person is naturally happy. The person is not looking at outer things. We make happiness conditional. Oh, if I get this, then I'll be happy. If I get that, then I'll be happy. That is conditional happiness. That is not your true nature. Your true nature is to be happy because you are connected to your true self. And as soon as you gain this state of being, everything in your life begins to change. And if we take example, we take children or babies into a consideration. When children or baby comes into this world, their happiness does not depend on anything. They are happy because that is their true nature. They don't know what a car is. If you take a child and put the child in the car, they don't even have that concept. If you do anything to the child, they don't understand. But they are happy by nature. Why is it so? Because at that stage, the young child or the baby is still connected to his inner being or his soul or God. And therefore, they draw their happiness from that part. And it is this aspect of us that we are supposed to take and develop it even when we are adults. But as soon as we come here, those that came here before us begin to indoctrinate us. Therefore, we actually distort the connection between us in the physical world and us in the spiritual world. And that is the cause of our unhappiness. And therefore, what we do is that because we lack understanding of what we are supposed to do to gain this unconditional happiness, we take things and make them as conditions that will bring us happiness. No, that it will never happen. And so the only way you can actually even get all these things that we are craving for is to be happy. And therefore, you're supposed to look within yourself. You are supposed to look within yourself. And the way to look within yourself for happiness is to listen to your feelings, your emotions. I have been hammering on this over and over and over, and that is the key. You are like a sailor, you are like a pilot in the air, on the dashboard of your aircraft. There are a lot of signals, there are a lot of things that are a form of communication to you from all other parties that involved in your traveling or in the aviation system. If you ignore the messages, if you ignore the signals that you are receiving, then you know you are creating danger for yourself and the people that are on the aircraft. It is the same thing in your life. Every moment, every hour, you receive signals from your system, your internal guidance, internal system, that you are closer to yourself or you are far away to yourself. Worry, suffering, worried, all these kind of negative emotions are evidence, are signals to every human being that you are not in tune with your true self, and therefore happiness cannot come. You can have all the things that you are thinking that they will bring you happiness. You will surround yourself with all these things, yet you will still not be happy, because happiness is an emotion. It's an emotion that tells us that we are one, we are in tune with ourselves, our true self. And so you cannot pursue happiness. The only way you can pursue happiness is to pursue alignment with yourself, to get knowledge and understanding of how you are made, how you are created. You exist in two worlds. We are only here on earth as an adventure. We are here for a while. But once we are here, we are supposed to remain happy, to rejoice and be happy, and therefore feel good. And that is the part of our creation. Your happiness, your feeling good, is the only thing that can bring all the other things that you are using as conditions for your happiness. And therefore, you see that human beings, we've turned all these things around, and then we go about complaining, beating about the bush, claiming and blaming other people that they are the source of our unhappiness. No, your unhappiness is a signal. How you are feeling is a signal to you that you are not connected with yourself. And the only thing you have to do is to seek the alignment. That is, think and organize your life in a positive way. And that is the statement Jesus Christ made, that seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, and all other things shall be added unto you. If you seek the alignment with you and God, if you establish the presence of God, if you establish the nature of God in your life, that is the kingdom of God being established in your life, all other things will gravitate towards you effortlessly. And so you cannot think that you will achieve something to become happy. No, but you must become happy to achieve those things. It is very simple, but it is very difficult for us to understand because we've been indoctrinated. We've not been told the truth. And so happiness, as we know, is not tied to outer things, but happiness is tied to as you're feeling. How do you feel? That is your indication. That is your message. That is your sat-nav, giving you messages, giving you guidance. So as soon as you take a line of thought and you feel that it is not giving you that any positive or good vibe or good feeling, leave it. Look for an opposite one or a different one and begin to dwell on that. It does not really matter the subject you take, but the focus is that you feel good at any moment in time. You feel good at any moment in time. And the only way you can feel good at any moment in time is to seek the union of your true self. And it is even simple and very easy to understand. Every two things that is separated doesn't bring about harmony. Everything that we are doing in this life, our existence is harmony. And so if you have, let's say, a train, the coaches and the engine, once they are separated, they can never be harmony for you to enjoy the train. If you take your body, if someone holds your hand and the another person holds your other hand, then they begin to pull you apart. You feel the pain. There is no harmony. So everything has to exist in alignment in a way that the way it operates will be the best way, or as it is meant to be. And therefore, you as a human being, You are created to be in alignment, to be the receiver of all inspirations, all good things from your parent self, and that is God. And it is only when you take out negativity, you take out negative thinking, and dwell in the positive thinking, that you'll be in alignment with your true self. And so you will see that there are a lot of people that they are living in poverty, but they are the happiest people. Then we have a lot of people that they are living in riches. They are actually born into riches, but they are the most unhappiest people. Why? There are a lot of people that have everything that we call luxury, but they are habitual mourners. They can never be happy. Why? Because these people are disjointed. They are not aligned with their true self. And so they can only show what they are. And that is why James Allen gave us the statement that the after condition of a person's life is literally linked to his inner state. It is your inner state that dictates as to how you feel. And therefore, today, my call to you, my message to you is that you are not born here, you are not born into this world to be sad. And your natural state of being is to be happy. Therefore, sadness is a message to you that you are not in tune, you are not aligned, you are not one with yourself. But it is not evidence of the lack of a particular thing. Those things are only becomes promptings, or they become things that we can use to formulate our desires. But they are not the source of our happiness. The source of happiness is the source from which we came from. God is the source of everything, and in God, there are only good things, there are only beautiful things. Therefore, as soon as we connect with God, we are like a pipeline that has been connected to a sea. And therefore, everything is open, that the water is flowing without any stoppage. It is the same thing. If we are able to connect ourselves with God and live in that mindset, that the only reason why we are here is to be happy. Therefore, anything that will cause you to be sad that does not matter. Therefore, you take it out of your life. You will live and live happily, have a joyous life. So happiness is not a condition, but it is something that we are born with. It is our true nature. But we are working against our happiness. We are working against our good feeling because we are moving away from what we are, who we really are. We really are. You are the image and the likeness of God. You are the individualization of the presence, the spirit, the energy that we call God. And this energy has only positive, only holy aspect. And therefore you must be holy. So when the Bible says, "Be ye holy, therefore I am holy," it is simply that you have to be like me. You have to be in alignment with me for us to be able to co-create. Therefore, today, my encouragement to you is that seek happiness from within. Take your mind off all other things that you think will bring you happy. Your husband can never give you happiness. Your wife can never give you happiness. But you have to create the happiness from within yourself and share it with a person. And when you do that, then you will see that you are people who are thriving. You are individual thriving, and you are sharing your thriving together. You influence people. Any man or woman that is connected to his true self is anyone that comes around the person will fear. There are some people, when you come across them, they kill you. They have no positive vibe. Such people are detached from their true self. You can never gain power. You can never gain any kind of influence when you are not in tune with your true self. Whatever you call it, whether you call it God, you call it soul, or inner being, it doesn't matter. But the fact is that this is who you are. You are connected. You are an extension of a powerful being. But you are only given this body to operate through it such that you'll be able to operate in the material world. Therefore, material things are to make you comfort. But it is only when you are happy that these material things will be brought to you by the universe, or with the help of the laws of the universe, especially the law of attraction. And so, this is my encouragement. This is my message for you today, that seek happiness from within. And the meaning of happiness is from within, is what I've just explained to you. You must seek alignment with you and your inner being, or higher self. And once you are together, nothing can destroy your happiness. You'll be a happy person, even when you lack all the things in the world. For happiness is from within. And also know that happiness is an emotion. It is an indication. It is a message telling you that you are in tune with yourself. Unhappiness, sadness is also a message. It's a negative emotion telling you that you are detached from your true self. Therefore, bring yourself in alignment. And as soon as you bring yourself in alignment, happiness becomes your natural state. It becomes your automatic state. And that is who we are. Therefore, let us rise up. And as the book of Proverbs gives, that go to the ant, you sluggard, learn his ways and become wise. Let us take lessons from the children that comes into our life. Babies are naturally happy. They have no concept of what you call clothing, cars, or whatever, but they are the happiest children. Even when the mother is wailing, the baby begins to smile and laugh, because they are communicating with a higher power. They are in tune with their true self, and that is God. So let us learn from them, and we will be able to create a life that is full of happiness and joy and bliss. That is when we say we are living according to the purpose for which we are on earth here. That is my message for you. Thank you. Now, may the overshadowing presence of God that keeps the stars in the open, such that they do not fall on us, that keeps the planets in their orbits, such that they do not clash with one another, lead and guide you, direct you, such that you be awakened to your true self. You'll be awakened to the truth that you are here to be happy, that your natural state of being is happiness. Therefore, the only thing that matters in your life is to be happy. And to be happy is to think in the positive, such that you'll be one with God. You'll be in tune with God. You'll be aligned with God. And that is when you'll be taken, or you'll be considered as a master, man or woman who conquers every situation by using his own powers that he's been given as the incarnate, or the image and the likeness, or the individualized state of God. Thank you, and God bless you.